to watch KK.
And I tell you, it's hard when you're a freshman and you come back to your hometown to play. There's a lot of expectations. I would expect her to have some nerves.
Beckers with the first shot of the game. It's good for 3.
We talk about it all the time. So important for Paige to get started offensively first, then get her teammates involved.
Here's Rosen Kumu handling the ball for Marquette. And here's the freshman Forbes, 11. Mackenzie Hare, one of the hottest three-point shooters in the country. She'll kick out to Nkumu. Quickly closed on by Arnold. LIZA KARLEN. No, and Arnold with a rebound for Uconn.
Uconn's going to want to push tempo. Marquette is going to want to slow things down a bit.
Transition defense, something Megan Duffy is concerned about playing this Uconn team. There's Beckers with the pull-up. Back iron, no, and KARLEN with a rebound for the Golden Eagles. Keep an eye out for Jordan King, 23. Got the ball here, one of the top players for 4 years now for Marquette. There's Hare. Defended by Shade. All the way to the rim, and it falls. Mackenzie Hare, the sophomore from Naperville, Illinois. 1-point Uconn lead. Arnold to the rim and has her first points of the night. King has it knocked away. You'll get a hand on that, I believe.
Well, good hands there by Paige Beckers to knock it away.
Mule into Edwards. Goes just off the back of the rim. Points in the paint massively in favor of Uconn in that New Year's Eve game in Hartford. KARLEN here, 32, tries to post up on Edwards. They don't go there. Forbes to Nkumu, guarded by Mule. Shot clock down to 5. Nkumu inside to KARLEN and gets it.
A little miscommunication between Beckers and KK Arnold, and I thought Beckers got away with a lot of body contact there on that shot.
He sure did. 1-point Uconn lead. Mule with a quick change of directions. High glass. No. Edwards with the offensive glass. Too strong over the top. And no foul called there either. Here's King with the pull-off. And doesn't go. And a foul as Edwards was pushed by Forbes as she went to get the rebound. Pushed or held. Germantown, Wisconsin. Village of 19,000. Where KK Arnold hails from.
And her mom, one of the sweetest, nicest people, happiest people you'll ever be around.
Mom Kim, Dad Mike. It's part of a large contingent from Germantown.
Contingent, yeah. Her high school team came over to see her last night at the hotel. They've got a game today. They couldn't come.
Arnold scored on the 3, and look at Edwards crash the boards, but it got knocked away from her. There's Hares. Marquette pushes pace. King crashes into Beckers. And Beckers is down on the floor. Foul called on Marquette, and Paige landed with a pretty solid thump. So obviously concern on the part of,
I mean, people can't even look.
All the Uconn fans have gathered here for this one. Paige helped up. She will head toward the bench with the attention of Janelle Francisco, Uconn athletic trainer.
So she stepped up to take the charge, and she did take the charge. So she's grabbing her left leg. So it looked like it got hit.
Air on the way down, maybe. So Ice Brady is into the ball game as play resumes. And Uconn with a 1-point lead. Ball was on Jordan King, her first. Here's Edwards. Through traffic. Wow, nice move, Aaliyah Edwards. is going to get fouled by KK Arnold. So Page with the pad down off that left knee. Keep an eye on that as that shot goes from LIZA KARLEN. Shade for the Huskies. Edwards now works on KARLEN in the paint. Nice drive. Aaliyah Edwards strong to the rim. Quickly Rosenkumu tries to answer. The feed to KARLEN. And it goes. LIZA KARLEN, the 6'2" senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, in her 102nd career game for the Golden Eagles. Mule almost lost the ball, got it back. And now the shot from Mule is short. Edwards with the save. Shade crashes into Hare, and that foul will be on Ashlyn Shade, her first. So Paige Bueckers with the ice bag now, but she got up a minute ago and tried to go past Gino to check back into the ball game. He said, whoa, 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 hang on a second.
You know, you hope it's just a bang, you know, that the knees banged.
Yeah.
And a bruise.
But again, the pad already pulled back up. And though Paige had walked to the head position on the bench, she's now gone to the tail end of the bench with that ice bag. 9-8 Uconn lead. 10 to shoot for Marquette. Here's KARLEN driving. Edwards was there, but KARLEN with a nice touch to get the bucket. The hot hand so far for Marquette, LIZA KARLEN. Here's Arnold driving all the way to the rim through three players. Hits the deck, no foul, no bucket. Jordan King coming back the other way strong. Nice kick to Nkumu for two. Got it.
Uconn just looks a step slow right now.
So Marquette takes the lead by 3. Just past the midway point of this opening quarter. Bueckers again back up and seated by the Uconn coaching staff and getting back to the scorer's table to check back into the ball game. So media timeout, 4:33 to go, quarter one. And already a lot to think about in this one.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota.
Get a great deal on Highlander with the assurance that Toyota is a Kelley Blue Book most trusted brand. Toyota. Let's go places.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Yours, Toyota.
Get a great deal on a new Camry with all-wheel drive, a Kelley Blue Book best resale value. Toyota. Let's go places.
I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. But luckily, I found Nugenix.
Nugenix is a unique man-boosting formula that helps increase your free testosterone levels. To get a complimentary bottle, text RANK to 369369.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-867-0280.
If your employer doesn't supply health care coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private health care is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with no deductible. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Uconn women's basketball on SNY is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, they make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Yale New Haven Health with the greatest of care. By your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. By Dunkin'. Uconn basketball runs on Dunkin'. And by GMC. See the pros at your Connecticut GMC dealer for a test drive today. 4:33 to go, quarter one, as we look at some scenes from this 23-24 season so far. Paige Bueckers, the main headline of this night so far tonight here at the Al McGuire Center in Milwaukee. After going down at 6:50 on the clock remaining in this first quarter. Marquette going on an 8-4 run while Paige was on the bench. But again, went to the scorer's table to check back in just as the timeout came. And comes back onto the floor to resume competition here for Uconn.
Yeah, so Paige took a charge, and it was a charge call. And look at KARLEN's numbers already tonight.
13 points in the entire game at XL Center, and she's been, again, the hot hand for...
really efficient, and I think Uconn was stunned a little bit when Paige went down.
And a Husky turnover there.
That's a bad force.
Chelsea was listening in on the Uconn huddle. Chelsea.
Yeah, Alan, Gino Auriemma telling his players that they were holding the ball for too long. He said, put it on the floor and make them guard you. He also said, you got an offensive rebound to keep our possessions alive.
All right, thanks, Chelsea. So the miss there by KARLEN. And here is Bueckers with the ball in her hands.
So when she took that charge, she banged knees. She was grabbing her left knee. Had ice on it. But doesn't seem to be favoring it out there.
Ice. Brady with the nice touch to get on the board. So a 1-point Marquette lead. This is Franny Hottinger into the ball game now. Number 20 for Marquette. Here's Mackenzie Hare, the hot three-point shooter. She'll dish to Jordan King. Too short. Nice rebound effort there. Ashlyn Shade going to get it.
When Uconn is so undersized, everyone has to go and try to get it.
Here's Brady. Lost control between players. And King with the pull-up. No. Shade with another rebound for Uconn. Page looking to make some room off the Brady screen. Brady stepped away. Page shot the bucket anyway. So that is 5 for Page. 2 of 3 from the floor. Hottinger. Now Hare. That's 3. Mackenzie Hare got it.
She is an outstanding three-point shooter. Uconn has to contest every shot she takes.
Top 10 in the nation in three-point field goals made. Here's Hare. Bueckers gets the feed and the score.
Terrific cut from Bueckers, and what a pass from Ice Brady.
So now 7 for Page of Uconn's 15, and we're tied up. And there'll be a foul, and Page will get called for it. And is not pleased with it.
You know, it was this simple fake high and then cut low. See, a little fake. And that's the problem. If you, like Nkumu was trying to deny her out there, and that's such a heads-up play by Bueckers. When you get denied, cut back door.
So the foul on Bueckers. So Leah Edwards returns to the ball game. Nika Mule goes to the bench for a breather for Uconn. Here's Rose Nkumu, guarded by Arnold. Now Hare driving. Forbes. On Brady, high glass, and kind of a wild shot. Minute 45 to go in a very rapidly played quarter number 1. Edwards cutting, shade, and flips it up and in.
Really good awareness. Terrific pass from Edwards, just keeping her head up, watching the play evolve. And what a cut by the freshman Shade.
Connecticut's made 4 of their last 5. Marquette only 1 of their last 5. And the Uconn lead is 2. There's Hottinger. No. And ball tipped out of bounds as Edwards and Arnold both went for it. And there were no golden jerseys in the zip code that they were.
Those are the plays that just drive Gino Auriemma crazy.
Yeah. Caden Samuels quickly up to check into the ball game for Uconn. Rosen Kumu checks out for Marquette, and Claire Kafes, senior, checks in wearing number 10. 20 seconds to shoot here for Marquette. Forbes will try the three, and it does not go. That would have been only her 13th three-point attempt for the season for the 6'3" freshman. Under a minute to go here at the Owl. Beckers and Edwards with the two-man game, and Aaliyah Edwards with the nice put-in. 6 for Edwards, 7 for Beckers. He missed the steal attempt. There's Forbes. King, and they're going to call KK Arnold for her second foul. So with 28 seconds to go in quarter number 1, the freshman playing before a lot of family and friends in her home state has just picked up her second foul.
See the look of angst on his face. That's 2. His coaches are saying that's 2 on her. She's going to sit before long. You don't want her to get 3.
So 20 seconds to go in the quarter. 10 to shoot for Marquette. Samuels guarding King out high. Mule back at the scorer's table. There's King. Long 3 and got it. Jordan King. 5 seconds to go. Here's Beckers across the midcourt line. She'll put it up from the logo. And that's well short. With the first possession of this second period. While the Golden Eagles work, let's check with Chelsea.
Yeah, Alan, Megan Duffy was really happy with the way her team played in the first quarter. She told them to trust their offense, keep the ball moving, and she said, we're always thinking on transition defense, nothing easy.
It's a nice feed from King underneath the Forbes. Couldn't make the bucket go. Edwards saved it right to Forbes, and Samuels came up with the ball.
Dangerous place to save the ball into your own hoop like that by Edwards. But Uconn nicely recovered the ball.
Some other numbers from that first quarter. 8 points, Uconn 12-6. No free throws attempted by either team in the first quarter. There's a 3 attempted from Samuels. No. Hare runs on Shade and gets the bucket. Someone known for three-point shooting aggressively going to the rim early in this one, Mackenzie Hare.
Such a good decision on the break, too, to just take it to the rim.
So a 5-0 run here for Marquette in this last minute and 44. There's Edwards. No. And nobody there for the rebound for
Marquette
Uconn.
doing an outstanding job boxing out and limiting Uconn to 1 chance.
Yeah, second chance points were a big thing for Uconn in the game at XL Center. There's a turnover. Samuels with no help will take it all the way to the rim and get fouled. So that'll be the first on Mackenzie Hare, and will be the first free throw shot in the ballgame.
Uconn got lucky. First of all, I thought she double dribbled that. But just one of those crazy turnovers there for Marquette, more of an unforced error than anything else.
So the third of Uconn's freshman trio, who in the last 3 games, while maybe not hitting the three-point shots like she had a little bit earlier in the season, has been solid from inside the arc. 7 of 10 from the floor, 70% the last 3 games.
And Gino raves about how skilled she is. And as she continues to grow and mature, she's just going to get better and better and better.
And with KK Arnold having 2 fouls into the game early tonight for Uconn. There's King. Nice flip back to KARLEN. And she shoots over Cadence.
Marquette really executing offense nicely.
Got away with that one. So here's Mule. Mule, Shade, Beckers, Edwards, and Samuels on the floor. And that one got away from Samuels and out of bounds. And she will come out of the game as Ice Brady was already at the scorer's table waiting to check in. KK Arnold is also going to come back into the game for Uconn. And Nika Mule will go to the bench. No, Samuel's on the floor. No, let's see. Yes, she is heading back off. She started to walk back onto the floor like, wait, was that me? Yes, it was. Here's Capez for Marquette. Golden Eagles with a 2-point lead. Forbes bodies Edwards, no foul called. Got away with one there, I think. And Edwards gets fouled as she got the interception. And that'll be on Nkumu, her first.
Great team defense there by Aaliyah Edwards, just knowing where the ball is, helping out and recovering. And while she was recovering, she stepped in that passing lane to steal that ball. And Rose Nkumu knew that she hit her and fouled her and just put her head back like, man.
So that's the second on Nkumu. She goes to the bench for the Golden Eagles. And Mackenzie Hare back in after a brief rest for Marquette. Here's KK Arnold. Looking to drive. Nice defense by King, but Arnold turns around the other way. KK's quickness gets the bucket. And the family celebration.
I love the confidence. I said it before, the kid is fearless.
King with a nice screen from Hottinger. Missed the shot. And Ashlyn Shade will let that go out of bounds.
Well, this is just really smart recognition by the freshman. Like, okay, and that deadly crossover.
Explosive.
Jeez, so good.
So Arnold with 4 points, 2 of 4 tonight. And here's Page. Nicely defended by Hottinger, so she'll drive and get the bucket. And that'll be 9 for Page. Capez missed it. Edwards gets the rebound and is going to get called for an offensive foul.
That's tough. She was getting grabbed. And Gino said she got fouled before that. Now watch, the kid grabbed her. Aaliyah's...
The kid's standing over her leg. But...
Remember, this is a Final Four officiating crew.
Capez to King, guarded by Beckers. Works through the Capez screen, and Jordan King with a bucket.
What a great usage of that screen by King.
King up to 5, Edwards. And they're going to call Edwards for the charge.
2 quick fouls on Edwards.
Yes, it is.
Now, that's the worst thing that could happen to Uconn right now. They're already down to 9 players. Edwards picking up a second foul. Hey, smart play. Step in there, take the charge.
Hottinger was there. So Aaliyah now with 2, KK Arnold with 2. KK just went to the bench. Mule is back into the ballgame. Here's Hare. Nice ball movement by Marquette. Hottinger working on Brady. Ooh, Beckers almost got the steal, but missed it, and KARLEN gets another bucket. That's double figures for LIZA KARLEN already. Here's Brady. Feeds it into Edwards. She gets bodied up and fouled. That'll be on KARLEN. So the senior from St. Paul picks up a foul. Has almost surpassed her scoring total from the New Year's Eve game already. There's Page. No. Brady can't get the rebound. Shade steals the ball. To Brady underneath. Misses. Gets her own miss. And gets the bucket finally.
Yeah, credit there. Ashley Shea, just a savvy heads-up play.
So that's 4 now for Ice Brady tonight. Here she guards LIZA KARLEN. Capez. Back to KARLEN. Cut off nicely by Brady there. Here's Hare. Works the screen. Drives. No. Edwards gets the rebound for Uconn. Nice ball movement. Mule for the corner 3. No. Edwards with the offensive glass. And that'll be a foul on Marquette. So the midway point of quarter number 2 in what is a A physical back-and-forth affair at the Al. 26 all.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Stream live games, daily shows,
The NFL season is a roller coaster.
This is for the fans.
and all things New York sports
Let's talk football.
Speaking of the Knicks,
on the SNY app. Download today.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Get a great deal on the new RAV4 all-wheel drive with Kelley Blue Book Best Resale Value. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-6922. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-6922 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Oh,
no, I got this.
Let me help you with that. I'm good, man. Thanks. Are you sure? I got it.
Oh, I'm okay.
You want to flip those over, though.
Everyone can use a little help now and then. The Volkswagen Tiguan with standard front assist.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the 2024 Tiguan S4 Motion for just $299 a month. Limited inventory available.
The Huskies celebrate National Girl and Women in Sports Day on February 7th when they take on Seton Hall at 7 o'clock at the XL Center. Arrive early for pregame activities and visit UConnTickets.com and get your tickets now. Tied up at 26 halfway through quarter number 2. Uconn and Marquette at the Al McGuire Center in Milwaukee. Como's Court Vision is brought to you by Yale New Haven Health. Meg?
You know, defense, it's about communication, and it's about working together. I'm circling KK Arnold and Aaliyah Edwards. Watch the way they play. They see the ball, okay? No foul. Interesting little shoulder. But get up quickly. Play resumes. Now watch how Aaliyah comes out to help, but look how Arnold comes over and then Edwards steps in that passing lane. They make that look easy. Do you realize how many hours they practice those slides and that type of work on the defensive end? Gino Auriemma is really good at teaching defense, and that was a great example of what a fundamentally sound defensive team they are.
And the communication that goes into it on the floor that we can't hear over the noise of the crowd, but there's always chatter between those players as part of those switches.
Yeah, especially Aaliyah Edwards, the forward or the center on that back line. They can see everything. They've got to talk the most.
So the foul was on Franny Hottinger before the whistle, her first. Uconn here with the possession. Off the Mule inbound pass. Here's Brady to Mule. Beckers goes the other way from the Brady screen, and Paige Beckers to the rim. She's got 11. Three-point shooting in this one, not necessarily a thing of beauty. Uconn 1 of 5, 20%. Marquette 2 of 8, 25%. These are two of the better three-point shooting teams in the nation. And a whistle as a body hits the floor.
That's the third on Edwards.
That's not good if you're on the Uconn side. So Caden Samuels will get up and check back into the ball game, and Aaliyah Edwards will go to the bench with still 4:25 to go in the second.
I mean, she ran right through the kid. And we've talked about this a lot this season. That was a really good screen. She held her ground and drew that foul.
Hottinger cut off by Mule. There's KARLEN over the top of Brady and got it. LIZA KARLEN is on fire today for Marquette.
Unbelievable game that KARLEN is having right now. She's one of those kids that Megan Duffy loves. She's just a program kid. Works so hard. He's gotten better every year. They're great teammates.
There's Mule. Got it for three. Nika Mule on the board. And Uconn with a 2-point lead. KARLEN got a step on Brady, but missed the shot. Good save by Mule to keep that from falling out of bounds as she was.
Uconn fortunate that she missed that shot.
Here's Shade. The pull up. Got it. Ashlyn Shade.
She loves that pull up off the dribble.
2 of 2 now for Shade. 4 points. KARLEN again on Brady. Mule got a hand on the ball, knocked it away.
Great team defense. Good help there by Mule.
Page was going to step back for the three. Then reset. Calls for the ball. Takes the long three. Got it. Timeout Marquette. Paige Beckers from long range. And Uconn pulls out a lead.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
After a game that was tied at 26, Uconn has gone on an 8-0 run and leads now by 7. Paige Beckers with the latest that forced the Marquette timeout.
Well, it was funny. She drained that three a couple passes before it in this same possession. She passed one up. And I'm sure Gino Auriemma is thinking, especially with Edwards out with 3 fouls, shoot the ball as often as you can.
Let's see what Marquette does off the timeout here. As Jordan King to KARLEN, back to King. She drives over Beckers, high glass, and Jordan King got it. This is 7 for King. 5-point Uconn lead. Mule left wide open. Got it for 3.
The 2 threes that Mule has hit here in this first half have been huge.
There's KARLEN over Brady. Got it. LIZA KARLEN continues. 2 more to her total.
Well, I mean,
17.
The kid shoots 53% from the floor, LIZA KARLEN.
Into Brady. Nice ball movement. Mule didn't pull the trigger. Now Beckers. Ball late for help from Brady. Works through it and kicks to a wide open Shade in the corner. Got the 3. Ashlyn Shade, and Uconn suddenly on fire from outside the arc.
I tell you what, that was an outstanding offensive possession. Great spacing, great sharing of the ball, great decision making.
KARLEN drives and kicks to Hottinger. Beckers ended up on the floor. Shot rattled out. Rebound Mule. 9-point Uconn lead. Brady has to gather it up. Here comes Samuels. Now Mule has space, pulls up from the free throw line. Nika Mule got it going on late in this second quarter. 8 points now for Nika. Another 5-0 run for Uconn. And a steal. 16 now for Beckers. And another timeout for Marquette. The Uconn big run has happened in this late second quarter. Under a minute to go in quarter number 2. And Uconn on a 7-0 run.
Well, just a terrific pickpocket there by Beckers. They've exploded a bit offensively, which I didn't really see coming.
Right. Gary Apple and Carol Walters will have all the first half highlights and analysis on the Uconn Women's Basketball Halftime Show presented by Duncan, and everything they probably plan to talk about for the first quarter and a half has maybe turned around here in this last 2 minutes or so. But they can handle it. Uconn has made 9 of their last 10 field goals. They're on a 16-4 run that has forced 2 Marquette timeouts.
See Ice Brady right there? Watch this play. She comes up, sets a screen. Just a really good job of getting Uconn into that offensive set. Mule did a terrific job of dribbling and penetrating into the lane. Defense collapses, kicked it to the wide open corner.
Rosenkuhl back into the ball game with her 2 fouls. Skylar Forbes also back in. Into KARLEN. Over Brady. LIZA KARLEN up to 19 points now.
KARLEN is unstoppable in the post.
Had a 30-point game at Seton Hall for her career high just a couple of weeks ago.
She's on her way to maybe topping it.
So Huskies slow it down here. And about 6 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Beckers to Brady. Offensive foul.
Got to give Marquette credit for getting their feet set, getting into the position. Nice pass. Really smart play by KARLEN.
Who else? LIZA KARLEN, right? 10 seconds to go in the quarter. King with the long 3, rattled home. Jordan King to double figures. And Beckers got it! She got and has led the way for the Golden Eagles squad, who now find themselves at an 11-point deficit to Uconn starting this 3rd quarter. Here's KK Arnold, strong to the rim, got it. Foul trouble is a theme for Uconn starting this 3rd quarter. KK Arnold has 2 fouls. Aaliyah Edwards has 3. Rosenkuhl with 2 fouls for Marquette.
Yeah, Arnold had to sit down. Only played 11 minutes in that first half because of that second foul. She has a strong contingent of family and friends here.
There's KARLEN with the shot. No. And that'll go out of bounds off of Skylar Forbes. Edwards tapped it, but Forbes hit it last.
And smart play by Edwards to not commit a foul.
Yeah, how long can she stay in the game? And this is one of Gino's concerns, right? Foul trouble with the deficit of players available.
Especially in that front court.
Leah feeds Beckers. Very patient, missed the shot. Gets the steal. And that'll go out of bounds off of Jordan King. Check with Chelsea Sherrod.
Yeah, Alan, I spoke with Megan Duffy, and she said the first 16 minutes were great for Marquette, but she said we had some breakdowns defensively in the last 4 minutes as far as finding their shooter. She said that we did execute well, getting them in foul trouble, but she said that we have to go out there and hit the boards more and trust our offense.
Well, one of those things that Megan Duffy was afraid of, and using her words when she talked to us about noon today, sustain the runs. Well, that big Uconn run cracked this game open. Foul was on Skylar Forbes. Paige Beckers with another bucket.
It turned around. Her coach was standing right behind her.
Here's Jordan King. Now Rosenkuhl. King, by the way, 23, wearing that big brace on her right knee. If you remember back to the game in Hartford, how hobbled she was, moving much, much better tonight. Here's Hare driving. Did Mule get a hand on that ball? Might have. Arnold 1-on-3. Will have to slow it down. Edwards trails the play, missed the shot. Gets the rebound and goes right back up with it.
Great strong take by Edwards. So smart to maintain some balance.
Mackenzie Hare for the transition 3. Ashlyn Shea just a step behind on the defense.
Hare is such a dangerous shooter from long range. One of the best in the country.
So that's 10 points now for Hare. Into double figures. Edwards drives, got it. And again, looks, where's the foul call? Didn't get it, but did get the bucket. So a 16-point Uconn lead. There's King into Forbes. Why not try and work on Edwards with those 3 fouls? They'll kick it out to Uconn, who gets it. Golden Eagles heating up from 3. Rosenkuhl with the bucket. And Nika Mule answers.
Right back at you.
Speaking of heating up, Mule is 3 of 4 from outside in this game. 11 points for Nika. Karlen feeds King. She'll drive on Mule. Mule got the block. King got the save, but it's coming this way. And it'll be Uconn basketball.
What work by Nika Mule. Got away with a little body contact there.
There's been a bit of let him play tonight.
Always prefer to see them let him play and then call all the ticky-tack stuff. The key is to call it the same way in both halves.
Mule beats Shade. Hare tried to stay away from committing a foul, fell down, and an easy bucket for Ashlyn Shade.
And Shade just twisted her ankle, I think.
She's got a grimace on her face as she retreats on defense. Seems to be moving okay here on the defensive side now, though. Here's Karlen all the way out beyond the arc. Arnold got the steal.
Great switch by Arnold.
And uses her speed to get the run out and score. Germantown, Wisconsin. KK Arnold's hometown. .20 Uconn lead. Here's Hare, couldn't handle the pass. And that's going to be a foul on Nika Mule as their feet got tangled up.
Nika Mule is arguing her case. Now, in the previous play, see, you saw her get hit.
Oh, that kick right
Yeah.
there.
You can see her right foot got hit and stepped on. She seems to have shaken it off.
Grimaced for a second as she ran back down the court, but then just focused on getting in on the defense. She's trying to stay with Hare there, but I'm telling you that.
It's tough to stay with Hare.
That sophomore is one of the best in the nation from three-point land. And she is 3 for 3 from outside tonight. 13 points for Mackenzie Hare. Page pulls up. No. And ball on the floor. Karlen gets away. Kafes. Hare. Saw the Mule double team coming, had to back out. Almost halfway through quarter number 3. Jordan King, strong, blocked by Beckers. Here's Arnold. Had no place to go, draws the foul.
Boy, is she fast with the basketball. Just watch the way she gets up the floor. It's a late whistle, too.
When KK Arnold hits the extra gear, there are very few that can stay with her. She has an explosiveness. I know we talked about the speed, but she has an explosiveness that is remarkable.
And to move that quickly with the basketball, she makes it look really easy. Trust me, it's not easy. And I say that as if I could ever do it, which I could not.
Looking to go to double figures here, and does so. So KK will go out of the game after those free throws. Ice Brady will come in to relieve her, and the family will give her a big cheer as she trots to the Uconn bench right in front of them. So 66-47 Uconn. And Rosen Kumu has gone to the bench for Marquette with her third foul, their point guard. There's Kafes now. Mackenzie Hare running through screens. Stumbles into the paint, throws it up.
Good defense by Ice Brady.
Here's Shade. Yes, for 3. Ashlyn Shade now into double figures with 12 points. Pottinger, no. And nobody but Uconn players there for the rebound. Brady gets it. And up to 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Becker sees an opening and drives to the bucket. Page is up to 23. And a timeout, Marquette. A 7-0 run by Uconn over the last minute and 40, 14-3. Over the last 3:22, Ashlyn Shea drains the three, and Paige Beckers finds some space and scores. 71-47 Huskies.
Dear winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota.
Get a great deal on Highlander with the assurance that Toyota is a Kelley Blue Book most trusted brand. Toyota. Let's go places.
Happy New Year! We're doubling down on new at Bob's.
That's right. I've got new styles and new $9.99 sofa love seat combos. New mattresses and new sleep technology. New motion colors and new bedroom colors. I've even got new everyday low prices on trending styles.
Wait, I'm new. This sectional is new. New.
You got it. When you can have a new year for less, there's only one thing to say. Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
What is the University of Connecticut? We're a top-ranked research institution with campuses and staff across Connecticut built to inspire the community that is Uconn Nation. We fuel the state's economy, and we are committed to inclusion that benefits the greater good. We are committed to building a sustainable future for all, and we are just getting started. This is Uconn.
When your health is on the line, it matters that Greenwich Hospital has over 1,000 physicians, plus access to hundreds of specialty programs affiliated with Yale School of Medicine. It matters that we offer groundbreaking cancer treatment options right here through Smilo Cancer Hospital and Yale Cancer Center, and that we provide state-of-the-art care for strokes and heart issues. Because having access to the very best is what matters most. Greenwich Hospital, with the greatest of care.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Yours, Toyota.
Get a great deal on a new Camry with all-wheel drive, a Kelley Blue Book best resale value. Toyota. Let's go places.
A game that had 5 ties and 10 lead changes through the first quarter and a half now sees Uconn with its largest lead of the ball game up by 24 over Marquette with 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Talked about KK Arnold being from Germantown, Wisconsin. Chelsea picks up the story from there.
Yeah, Alan, KK told me that she's fully embracing the leadership role that Gina Oriema said that she has with the Huskies, but this is a position that she has always dreamed of. KK told me that when she was in the 3rd grade, her family actually gave her a Uconn bedroom makeover full of bedding, posters, and even a fat head of Jonathan the Husky. Fast forward to today, she leads the team in total steals and gets to play in front of her family and friends here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, KK said she was kind of disappointed. She wanted her mom to cook her favorite dish, spaghetti, for the whole team, except she still is a college kid. She didn't tell mom till it was too late for mom to get it all done.
Well, I know her mom didn't bring some food over to the hotel last night, so at least she got some of mom's good home-cooked food.
There you go. So KK on the bench here as after the Marquette timeout, the Golden Eagles try and cut into this 24-point deficit. Here's LIZA KARLEN. Couldn't get the inbound pass. Now Kafez. Good ball movement by Marquette. Double team by Uconn. 2 to shoot. And that hits the side of the backboard from Jordan King.
That was a great defensive stand for Uconn.
Going to be a whistle and a foul called, which will get us to a timeout with 3:33 to go in the quarter.
Oh, no, I got this.
Let me help you with that. I'm good, man, thanks. Are you sure? I got it.
Oh, I'm okay.
You want to flip those over, though.
Everyone can use a little help now and then. The Volkswagen Tiguan with standard front assist.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the 2024 Tiguan S4 Motion for just $299 a month. Limited inventory available.
When you've represented injured people for as long as we have, word spreads. At Trantolo & Trantolo, we're dedicated to getting the very best compensation for people who've been injured through no fault of their own. We're an established law firm with offices throughout Connecticut. I'm Keith Trantolo, and we spend every day helping people just like you. If you've been hurt, call us. Trantolo and Trantolo. Let our family help your family.
Get this low-mileage lease on this 2024 Cadillac Lyriq all-wheel drive tech for around $699 per month. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
This year, we're doubling down on new at Bob's.
So happy new year!
Nice.
I've got new styles like my Dylan sectional. New ways to recharge with my Tuxedo Motion sofa. New mattresses for a new lease on life. New colors and new everyday low prices. My Calvin bedroom is just $7.99. I've even got a new look.
Same look.
But it's fresh. When you can have a new year for less, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Downtown Milwaukee, where the visitors are having all the fun. As we went from about midway through quarter number 2 to current point in this one, 71-47 Uconn over Marquette at the Al McGuire Center. A lot of people we could talk about. Who do you want to talk about?
Well, you can't talk enough right now about the work that Nika Mule has done in this game, knocking down open shots, and they've been at really critical times where Uconn really needed a bucket or it helped them extend a lead. 3 for 4 from behind the arc is Mule today. And I just can't say enough about how steady she has been. And she continues to be a beast on the defensive end of the floor, but her consistent offensive production has made a huge difference for this team.
So Nika continues to climb the all-time list of most assists in program history. She closes on Bria Hartley for what would be 7th place on that all-time list. A block on Ashlyn Shade's shot by Jordan King, but a turnover. KK Arnold back in the ball game. And it doesn't roll, but she does get the foul.
And while Shade turned it over, she got the ball back. Really good hustle and maturity by the freshman to knock it down. And while Arnold got fouled, almost made the bucket. Before we went to break, there was a foul on...
That was on KARLEN.
It was on KARLEN, yeah.
Yes. And then Jordan King just picked up that one for Marquette. Both of those stars for the Golden Eagles have 2 apiece. And so KK Arnold will shoot free throws. And Uconn has been very, very good from the free throw line these last few games particularly.
To me, that just says they're mentally locked in.
So Ashlyn Shade will go to the bench. Caden Samuels will come back in. Uconn 4 of 6 from the free throw stripe tonight. Very few free throws been shot in the game. Uconn has only shot 6. Marquette has yet to shoot a free throw tonight. Edwards risked the steal, didn't get it. Samuels will get the foul. Remember, Aaliyah Edwards is playing with 3 fouls in this one. Picked up that 3rd foul midway through the 2nd quarter. Has not gotten another one yet. Here's Jordan King. Finds Liza KARLEN left alone. She got away from Ice Brady.
It's just such a smart cut by KARLEN and a pretty pass from King.
Liza KARLEN 10 of 14 from the floor for 21 points to lead Marquette. Here's Brady. Nice given inside to Aaliyah Edwards. They're going to call that on KK Arnold? Yes, they will.
Charge.
That's going to be her 3rd.
You see her turn the corner.
And KARLEN stepped in there to draw the charge.
Marquette is, their weak side defense has done a really good job of stepping up and taking those charges.
So 3. And now KARLEN will answer right back and get called for the moving screen. Her 3rd. As she picked off KK Arnold on her way through. Both coaches expressing their displeasure at those last 2 calls on either side. And Kumu just bounced off the back of Aaliyah Edwards. Brady rattles out the
and she
try.
said to the official, what, you're not going to call that?
Here's Mackenzie Hare. Uses her quickness to get by Arnold. Shot altered, and Brady comes up with the rebound for the Huskies. Uconn outright rebounding Marquette 25-14 in this game. Edwards cut off by Karlen, spins the other way, short. And Karlen's going to pick up her 4th foul. Just like that, from 1 foul to 4 fouls for the senior from St. Paul, who has far and away led offensively for Marquette tonight.
Only 2 points here in the second half. She had 19 in the first.
So she goes to the bench, and Aaliyah Edwards steps to the free throw line. Aaliyah Edwards with 10 rebounds and 10 points tonight, so that'll be her 25th career double-double. And missed both ends of the free throw strike there. Samuels ended up on the floor fighting for the rebound. Here's Jordan King. Now Hare over Samuels. They're going to call a foul on Katie Samuels for 3. So Mackenzie Hare is going to have 3 free throws. A sophomore from Naperville, Illinois, who her coach says has always been a good shooter, but this year has added some craftiness and confidence to her game. She steps to the line here. Now up to 14 points on the night, and here's the first free throws being shot by Marquette in the evening.
Well, here's the foul on Samuels. It was a strange call.
No, yeah. Unless there was a side of it that Katie Buchanan saw that we couldn't see from that camera angle. Now a 20-point deficit for Marquette as all 3 free throws made by Hare. Becker saves that one.
Brady has a hard time holding on to the basketball sometimes.
Paige is going to go it herself. She'll pull up. Shot short. Maybe trying to draw the 4th foul on Uconn there. Here's Uconn coming back the other way. Had the lane open. Kicked it to the outside. Hare couldn't hit the shot. Beckers will slow it down as Marquette had defensive numbers to their advantage. 23 points for Paige so far tonight. Inside the final minute of this quarter, Aaliyah Edwards, the long shot, no. Beckers went up for the rebound, but couldn't. It went over her head.
Not so sure that was the best shot in that possession.
There's Franny Hottinger. That was short. 3 Huskies collide, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Uconn. That's the second time tonight this has happened. Uconn star, now Milwaukee Bucks player, Andre Jackson in the house tonight here at the Al.
Always nice to know that one of your own can come to the game, and he's sitting behind the Uconn bench.
Here's Jordan King. Missed that one. Did not get the foul call. And we go to 30 seconds to go now in this 3rd quarter. And about a 5-second difference, shot clock to game clock here. Huskies will slow it down. Marquette on a 5-0 run late in this 3rd quarter, but Uconn still leading by 20. 10 to shoot now. Beckers kicks. Top of the key, Edwards. No. Samuels gets the ball. Wave that off. It's going to be, I'm going to say she was standing on the end line, and that's going to be Marquette basketball with 5.2 to go. Well, we had a shot from the logo by Paige to end the last quarter. What will Marquette do with it? KK into the forecourt to defend, and Kuma will try and drive all the way to the bucket. Missed it. She got there, but didn't. And the Golden Eagles at the hour. So here we go into the 4th quarter. Uconn leading by 20. For Abby Cracknell, the Australian, into the ballgame for the first time for Marquette. Nice feed to Skylar Forbes, who gets her first points of the night. She started the game for Marquette. That's her first made bucket. Shade, Samuels, Beckers, Edwards, and Arnold, the 5 on the floor for Uconn. Edwards waiting for some movement. Gets it from Arnold. Explodes to the bucket. Missed the shot, didn't get a foul call. Forbes was there on defense for Marquette. Here's Rosen Kumu, now hands it to Jordan King. Marquette on a 7-0 run over the last 4 minutes of game action here. And the red-hot Mackenzie Hare gets a quick step around Samuels, but the pass errant couldn't be handled by Forbes. Page to a wide-open Samuels for 3. Yes.
Right in front of her bench.
Caden Samuels. 4 points. Struggled a little bit on the defensive end of the floor tonight, but pressing on. Here's Cracknell over Beckers. No. Edwards there for the rebound. Good position on Forbes. Leah Edwards, 10 points, now 11 rebounds. I believe I mentioned earlier her 25th career double-double. Takes the step, strong to the hoop. No. Fight for the ball. And Samuels came away with it to Arnold. She'll bring it back out. Good ball movement back to Samuels with 3. No. Edwards fights for the rebound and saves it. Jordan King slow to get up off the floor after she and Aaliyah Edwards went hard for the rebound. Edwards from just outside the free throw line. Somebody take the lid off the bucket for Uconn.
And Jordan King's knee is okay.
I hope so. There's Hare. Another 3. She is 4 of 5 from outside tonight for 19 points for Mackenzie Hare. Ice Brady Nika Mule waiting to check in for Uconn. There's going to be a foul drawn out high. That is going to be on Rosen Kumu, and that'll be her 4th. So here come the subs in for Uconn as Samuels and Edwards go out. With 7:16 to go in the ball game. So it's Beckers, Shade, Brady, Mule, and Arnold for Uconn. Page with the kick to Shade. Yes. Ashlyn Shade adds 3 to her total. She hasn't missed from outside tonight.
The freshman has had a very solid game.
6 of 7, 3 for 3 from long range. Here's Forbes. And Mule right there with good defensive position. Now Hare off the screen from Forbes. Brady stepped away. Good feed into the corner to Cracknell. No. Forbes tips that one, and it'll be saved by Shade. Uconn won for their last 4, but on a bigger picture, 9 of their last 10 from 3. That's going to be out of bounds, knocked away by King. It'll be Uconn basketball, 18 to shoot. Well, Marquette has out-rebounded every opponent this season, except for Uconn. And tonight, the boards are being owned by the Huskies. So here's Beckers. Inside, Brady couldn't get it. And Kumu quickly up the floor, blocked. And Uconn converges on the ball.
Beckers blocked it. And then a great job by Arnold and Shade to converge on the ball.
That was Lee Volker, the Duke transfer, who couldn't get the ball through the Uconn stingy defense. Marquette now scoreless for almost 2 minutes of action as we close in on midway through this 4th quarter. Arnold sees some space, runs right into Forbes. The ball goes to Mule. That shot too strong. Here's Hare. And lost the ball trying to spin away from the screen.
How about the hustle there? Watch Paige Beckers run this back and then blocks the shot. She is not just a scorer.
That is one of just 2 block shots tonight for Uconn. Nika Mule has the other. Page and Brady. No foul. Brady hit the underside of the rim. And Aaliyah Edwards will quickly get sent back to the scorer's table to check back in. Brady down well behind the play. Jordan King, no. And Brady will catch up the play just in time to get the rebound. Both teams kind of gone a little cold here, haven't they? Uconn scoreless for over 2 minutes. Marquette scoreless for approaching 3 minutes. Beckers will fix that.
As she typically does.
Another three for Page. 26 on the night tonight. Skip past the King, but quickly closed on by Beckers. Shade will tip that out of bounds. And it'll be Marquette basketball and lead us to the media timeout with 4:30 to go in this fourth quarter. What a night for Paige Beckers. She is up to 26 points, including this three. 81-57 Huskies.
We do welcome you to the post-game show here on SNY.
We made a couple big plays at the end there.
We came in strong today.
She looks stronger than she did last year.
Huge Beckers. Got it! It's out of here!
Stream live games. Daily shows.
The NFL season is a roller coaster.
This is for the fans.
And all things New York sports.
Let's talk football.
Speaking of the Knicks.
On the SNY app. Download today.
Excitement comes standard with the Honda Accord. And so does a turbocharged engine. Sophisticated. High-tech. Style that enhances functionality. Stand out with the Honda Accord. From Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Contact your Honda dealer today or shop online.
Change is never easy. There will be naysayers, doubters, and critics. You may even give up for a moment, only to start again another day. Because you believe in moving to the beat of your own drum, in passing down lifelong skills, in your ability to lose weight and keep it off. And when you believe you can succeed, you already have.
Wegovy is for adults with obesity and shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family had medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat type 2 diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
So keep on believing, because it's not just about the weight you lose. It's about everything you gain. Believe on. Wegovy.
The latest offseason news and rumors.
Let the speculation begin.
From our team.
We have plenty to get into.
Of baseball insiders.
You need pitching.
The National League is loaded.
I like it.
On Baseball Night in New York, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. Weeknights at 6, only on SNY.
4.5 to go here in Milwaukee, and it is a 24-point lead for Uconn over Marquette. Our ticket to the rim moment is brought to you by Duncan.
Well, just active hands, good footwork to pick the pocket and steal that ball. One of 2 steals on the evening for Paige Beckers. We talk a lot, obviously, about how she can score, but she's really worked on the defensive part of her game as well.
And so Paige back on the floor along with Edwards, Mule, Arnold, and Shade, the starting 5 for Uconn. And that is going to be a foul on KARLEN.
No, I think she stepped out of bounds.
Stepped on the sideline, okay.
She was saying, watch the holding. Nika Mule had both hands wrapped around her and kept her from running. And KARLEN was right. Mule got away with a foul there.
Mule feeds Beckers, but couldn't get a handle on the ball. The turnaround, no. LIZA KARLEN has been a star tonight for Marquette. 21 points. Mackenzie Hare has 19 for the Golden Eagles, but really, this one has... winces. She pulled up to a stop there with Edwards right on her. This one turned in the third quarter, where Uconn went on a blitz in the last 4.5 minutes or so. Ball on the floor, turnover there to Uconn. Mule in the middle of that one. Listen to these ridiculous numbers, right? In the game here a year ago that Uconn lost, they shot 3 for 13 from 3. Tonight, 11 of 17. The Huskies are shooting 65% from 3 tonight.
That is outrageous, huh?
Here's Mule from the free throw stripe, and Nika drains another 2. That'll be 13 for Nika tonight.
You don't think that Uconn forgot coming here last year and losing.
And it's been the play in the paint that's hurt Marquette's offense tonight, because they're on fire from outside too. Almost 45% from beyond the arc tonight, like that one. That one does miss. Edwards and KARLEN fight for the rebound. KARLEN gets it but misses the 2. KK Arnold will pick up the loose change for Uconn. 41% from 2 for Marquette. 42% from 3 for the Golden Eagles tonight. Timeout for subs. And Paige Beckers will go to the bench along with Aaliyah Edwards and Nika Mule. Appreciative applause from the Uconn supporters here tonight. So Beckers will end her night with 26 points. And again, if you weren't with us earlier, was on the floor after banging up a knee earlier in the game. Gave everybody a scare, went to the bench, came back out, and lit it right up.
And she would be the first to tell you, though, even though she did get hurt in that play, she did take the charge.
Yes. Arnold. Got it off the glass. Wisconsin's KK Arnold with 13 points tonight. There's LIZA KARLEN. No. Ines Betancourt into the ball game. Taps the rebound to Ashlyn Shade.
And sometimes you may not come up with the rebound, but she kept Jordan King from getting it and tipped the ball to her teammate. That was a heads-up play.
Amari DeBerry at the scorer's table to check in for Uconn. 2:07 to go. Betancourt works the Brady screen, doesn't pull the trigger on the shot, but Samuels finds Brady, who put it over everything.
That was a pretty pass, too, from the wing. Brady did the work, was wide open, just couldn't get it to fall.
He's had a tough night tonight here at Marquette. That's going to be a foul on the floor. Let's talk about Caroline Ducharme for a minute. Uconn announcing before the game tonight that Caroline will not return the rest of this season. Caroline saying she's going to concentrate on recovering from the injuries that have kept her out of action since the Minnesota game. And we wish Caroline nothing but the best as she focuses on getting well and being ready to return to basketball next year. Nice hand for KK Arnold as she left the ball game. Get the chance to have a little curtain call for Uconn. Very nice, coach. Here's to Berry. Samuels was looking for a give and go. Brady into the Berry, but in traffic. Marquette hasn't scored in 6 minutes in this fourth quarter. So a game that's always one to be wary of, because the Owl is a tough place to play. As that was Lee Volker who gets the bucket for Marquette. Always a tough place to play, a place where Uconn lost a year ago. And this game for the first quarter and a half was back and forth and neck. And then the Huskies blew it open and pulled away. Gary Apple and Carol Walters will tell you how the Huskies blew it open when they have a full recap of tonight's game, plus hear Gino Auriemma's post-game news conference on the Uconn Women's Basketball post-game show. It's presented by your local New England Honda dealers, and it's coming right up after the game.
And Megan Duffy told us today she was concerned about those runs that Uconn goes on. And for a quarter and a half, Marquette kept them from doing it. And then the third quarter, Uconn was too strong.
Well, the big one was the 21-9 run to end the first half. And then the big run in the third quarter, 22-9 for Uconn. Mackenzie Hare, no. And that'll go out of bounds. And stop the clock with 29 seconds to go, and the shot clock turned off, and Uconn able to run out the score here. Well, big game Saturday for Husky fans as Notre Dame comes to Stores.
Gamble will be rocking, I'm sure. It'll be a great game.
Fighting Irish are ranked 15th in the latest AP poll. Uconn up to the number 8 spot. And the Huskies will, after they ended Marquette's unbeaten run to start the season, they'll break their home winning streak, which was 10 undefeated, in this one tonight. Uconn will go to 9-0 in Big East play and advance to 17-3 on the